Hi. The first campaign that we'll take a behind the scenes look at is for Dominic Brown. Dom is a client that I have been working with for the past 3 months. He is a financial planner. So the goal and objective of his campaigns is to generate leads for his business in that space. So he helps people with improving the credit score, creating financial plans, and things such as that. So he came to me about 3 months ago looking to generate leads. So that was the plan. So now let's take a quick look at what we've done. So to just get a picture, we'll take a look at what he was doing prior to bringing me on board. And he really didn't do much. Dom's a smart guy, so he realized early on that it was better to bring an expert in instead of him kind of spending the time and energy doing it himself. But he did try a campaign around the same objective that we tried, promoting his 101 credit book. And as you can see, like I said, he didn't take too long to figure it out, even though this one he spent $296. But you can see he was getting $1.32 per click on this campaign, $3.75 per click on that one. And that's just per click. That's not even per lead. He didn't even have his pixels set up or anything like that to be able to really track how his campaigns were doing. But at any rate, those clicks are definitely high, and he wasn't going to have success going that rate. So it was a good thing that he brought someone in. We could take a look, just very basic structure at the ad set level. Looks like he's just testing one thing. So yeah, this is pretty bad. It says 24 to 55 in all the people in the United States, so 122 million. So this was definitely too broad, and the results kind of indicated that. Relevant score of 3 and 2. Looks like he was split testing multiple things, so that's a good sign. But again, if your targeting's off and that broad, you're not going to have much success. So that is how it looked before, and he was on the path to disaster. Really, he was going to waste a lot of money going this route, but like I said, he's a very sharp guy, and he got help. So let's take a look at how his campaign went after he got me on board. And now I need to preface this with the fact that we're actually not even generating leads for Dom right now, just because he had so many. We had to turn it off. And as a consultant, Facebook ads consultant, when someone asks you to turn off their campaign because you're getting too many leads, that is a good thing. It's a good problem for him to have, and that's exactly what we did. So let me do a search on the campaigns that we are running for him. So these are the two major ones that I set up for him, and as you can see, let's go ahead and get this to something more relevant. So on one we spent 953, on one we spent 905, so about $1,850 and 1,137 leads. And yes, these are, leads is 1,119, and these are real legitimate leads. Like if you see that, you say lead, it's on a Facebook pixel. So these are email addresses. These are people that opted in for the ebook, and I have intentions for booking the free consultation. He says that he gets about 30 to 40% of people that download the ebook are eligible for the free consultation. He likes to weed them out to make sure that only the qualified people are speaking to him. So those are huge numbers, just outstanding. Cost per lead on the one that worked the best and what we ran with, $1.22 per lead, and that's per email address. That a lot of people are booking free consults. That's just transformed his business. That's outstanding. Even the one that didn't do as well, $2.52. Even my other clients, if they had results at that level, they would take that all day. So both of these just did flat out outstanding. And they're just two different things, because I wanted to try two different angles. So the free consults campaign is a longer video. It's actually like a 14-minute video of him speaking. We're leading with a video ad that's a little bit longer in nature. And for the free consults explainer video, that's actually like a whiteboard kind of animated 60-second clip that is kind of catchy. And we just tried two different things. We wanted to try one of him speaking for a long time, and then one a bit shorter to see what wins. And that was our winner. And the structure of the ad sets are pretty much the same, but we can go ahead and take a look. So if you recall what his ad sets look like, you see a big difference here, and this is kind of what you get when you deal with someone who has so much experience with Facebook ads. It can pick up on these type of things. You notice here just a clean setup. So we have a bunch of different ad sets, but all of them are named. So even if you don't really know what's going on, he can come in here and get a quick feel of how each of these are doing. And that's very important. You don't want to overcomplicate this thing or make things tough for other people to be able to make out. So just clear naming conventions is important. So initially, it was about researching and getting interests that we could target that met his demographic. So you see a whole bunch of cold interests here that we tried, and I like to separate these out so we can see what is working and what's not, because if you just lumped all these together, like if we lumped Mint.com, debt consolidation, and credit score together, there would be no way that we can know that Mint.com was converting at $1.83 and credit score at $3.65. So that's important. That's about 50% less per lead than that one. So that is critical information when you're trying to scale out and run a profitable Facebook campaign. So that's why I set them up like that. And optimizing for the lead instead of just website clicks. You always want to optimize for conversions. You don't want to overthink things. If you want leads, tell Facebook you want leads. Another trick here that amateurs won't know is that we want to exclude the leads. If people already opted in, we want to make sure that they're not seeing the ad again. It's small things like that that you get when you pay for a professional Facebook ads consultant instead of trying to do things yourself. And it's just because of the amount of campaigns and experience that I have. So yeah, this is the age range. And see right on this one, we just have Mint.com. That's $470,000. So that was 470,000 people. So that was good enough to go with. On some of these, like debt consolidation, you see this has more than just debt consolidation in the interest, but they are highly related. So you can do that too, and you just kind of know that by experience which ones you can lump together. So this turned out an audience of 680,000 people, which is cool. So those are closely related, so I'm okay with putting those together. So yeah, the ad set level, that is kind of how it's structured. And you'll notice as time went on and we started getting data on our pixel, lookalike audiences. Look at some of these costs per leads on the lookalike audiences. $1.09, $1.04, $1.02, $1.05. Those are just outstanding. That's based upon lookalike audiences. So when we started this campaign, I set up the custom audiences so we would be able to take advantage of those. So, and we have them at a whole bunch of different levels. The viewers are people that viewed the landing page. I had him upload his email list. So we created a lookalike audience based upon that. Lookalike audience based upon the actual leads. Lookalike audience based upon the email list. This one right here, this one is layered. So this has, yeah, so layering, this is an advanced technique. So I'm still using the lookalike email list, but in order to get this down and make it a little bit more relevant, I layered it with interest of things that are most likely to resonate with his audience. So those are the things that I try, and at $1.04 per conversion, I think that it worked pretty well. So yeah, that is at the ad set level. A lot of stuff going on here. Just adjusting the budget, make sure that you're monitoring the data for different demographics, figuring out if males are converting more cheaply than females, what age ranges, what time of day. A whole bunch of stuff goes into that. So I'm always switching around and trying to optimize things at the ad set level. So now let's jump into some of the ads. And to be honest, the ad level is pretty simplistic here. When we take a look at another campaign, you'll see more split testing at the ad level. I'd like to split test at the ad level, but we've had so much success kind of here that it wasn't needed as much, and we would have got to that, but we just had a flood of leads in, so we put things on pause. So I really didn't even get the opportunity yet, but once he gets through all that and sorts it out, I definitely will be testing different things. And I guess the reason why there's also not multiple ads at one time is just because I created a different campaign. Like at the beginning, I told you we were kind of split testing how the longer video matched up against the explainer video. So I could have just made one campaign and split test those at the ad level, but I just made two campaigns for those. So I was kind of really split testing two things at the campaign level instead of at the ad level. And to be honest, I'm not even sure why I did that. That's just how I went about it. There's really no right or wrong answer there. It's just how you want to set things up. And let's see. So yeah, if you recall his ad, he wasn't taking advantage of all of the real estate that Facebook has to offer for sure. So let's take a look. I have a copy of the actual ad up. And this is ad copy that I created. So this is pretty simplistic ad copy, but it worked for sure. I would have liked to try different approaches to see what works better. But when you're getting leads for like $1, it's tough to really improve a lot more. But I would definitely try. But just leading out with a question that grabs people's attention, just keeping the copy relevant, it grabs people's attention. It's not overly complicated, not really using big words or anything like that. But if this is something that's relevant to you, this is gonna get you to click into the next page, and that's exactly what it was doing. A strong headline, 101 powerful credit improvement tips, and the link description is just a bit about him. And this is the landing page that they went to. So we led with the explainer video, short explainer video. This video,
if you need to improve your
so this was a 3-minute and 7 video where he kind of just lets them know more about his services and why they should opt in. Very simple opt-in form, name, cell phone number, and email, all that stuff required. So they're opting in for a free copy of the book and a free phone consultation. So that's why such a big percentage of those people are actually doing the phone consultation because they want it. So really it's just up to Dom to weed out the people that he wants to spend his time talking to. So yeah, definitely a winner. I guess the last thing that I could touch on, look at this social proof, look at these stats. 302 reactions, 10 comments, 212 shares. Anytime you get that many shares, especially in relation to that many comments, that you have a winning ad, and Facebook is going to reward you. So that's outstanding. But here, take a look at this ninja trick that you're only going to get when you work with people who really know Facebook ads inside and out. So on most people campaigns at the ad set level, these would have different ad IDs. So there's like 302 comments. I forget the exact numbers, but pay attention here. So this is another ad set. But look, those stats are the same. This is not by default. This is not how it works. Typically, these stats would be individually tallied. So, if this one had 100 and this one had 100, those would be separate. But there's a way to hack the system, ethical hack, it's just good marketing, that allows you to make sure that all this stuff is cumulative. So all these different ads, it's rolling up to the same ad. So that's more social proof. So when people are seeing this and these type of stats, they're more likely to opt in. Facebook is going to give you a cheaper CPM, so it's just money. That's the type of stuff that if Dom was doing it himself, he's just not going to know, just because he doesn't have that experience. He's not managing over $75,000 a month in ad spend. He's not working with an agency that does close to $1 million a month and has high profile coaching clients. So those are just some of the advantages that he gets just for kind of putting this in the hands of someone who does this for a living. So yeah, that is a very brief behind the scenes look at a real life campaign that I'm managing now that has just been a grand slam. He's, like I said, we had to actually just turn it off. He said, "Terry, I can't handle any more leads right now," and that's a good thing. That's what I want to happen for all my clients. And when you kind of take this approach and set your things up the right way, that is what can happen. You definitely could see the difference, before and after. So of course he feels that his money is well spent and he's getting value and return on investment. So that is what it's all about. So thanks. We will jump into the next case study where I show you a client that I have that is actually generating sales as opposed to generating leads.